Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kylie LaVeo channel. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. Like I always say, catch me on Instagram too, Kylie LaVeo. I am a car enthusiast. That's where I do my car stuff on that side of social media. But on IG, we're going to keep it on lifestyle and things that we should have and things that we should be doing. So as we all heard in the news today, Macy's is closing 150 stores, and I'm here to tell you why I don't give a damn. I'm gonna tell you why I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn because it's a major corporation. Large corporations don't care about people. Now, when they first start off as mom and pop like they did almost 100 years ago, they probably cared about their customers and employees a little bit more, if not a lot. Because see, once something gets too big, too cocky, and get all this money, you stop caring about what made it what it was in general. So if it wasn't for the customers and the hardworking employees, we wouldn't have this big ass company now, would we? No. Now let's get in a deeper dive into it. We're gonna play a video. There's a video here for us.
Macy's is downsizing again, announcing plans to close 150 of its stores. CNN's Vanessa Yurkevich has much more on this. What did they say in this announcement? What's this about?
Closing 150 Macy's stores, but scaling up at some of their more profitable brands like Bluemercury and Bloomingdale's. They're going to be opening about 15 new Bloomingdale's and 30 new Bluemercury stores.
I find it funny that you don't hear about Bloomingdale stores closing. That's their that's the higher end Macy's. That's their higher end brand. That's the family brand, actually. The parent brand. It's just like Alphabet and Google. Alphabet is over Google. So this is what Bloomingdale's is to Macy's. So you would think that the higher end part will close more stores, right? But let's listen.
They have found that the brick and mortar lifestyle of Macy's just isn't doing as well, but people are still interested in experiencing luxury in stores, and that's why they're going to be investing.
Luxury. Listen to what she said. So if people are after luxury, they sell luxury in Macy's too as well. But here's the thing. When you walk into Bloomingdale's, a t-shirt is like $200. So if we're heading towards a recession and people are losing their jobs and everything, how are they going to afford all this expensive shit?
In Bloomingdale's and Bluemercury, but of course, when you talk about store closures, you talk about job losses. And Macy's last month announced it was laying off more than 2,300 employees.
So what? You want to know why I say so? Keep in mind that the federal minimum wage is still at $7.25. You have federal minimum wage, and then you have state minimum wage. Most states that cost more than others, like California, most states and even counties set their own minimum wage, depending on the cost of living, which is most likely out of reach for people. Nowhere in the United States can you live off a minimum wage. Can you afford a one-bedroom apartment off a minimum wage job and a part-time job? Hell no. And keep in mind, most retail jobs offer no benefits. But if you work 40 hours every single week, they have to provide you something. Let's go.
On the flip side, a little bit of good news. Macy's is opening 30 smaller Macy's stores. But of course, that's a smaller footprint, fewer employees. This is all about the digital transformation and really trying to meet consumers where they are. And right now, they want to shop in store for just those luxury goods.
Okay,
Breast cancer
so you heard
cells
that. So let's review that. So basically, here's what's happening. Being that a lot of these malls are closing, especially in the lower value areas, or should I say lower economic scale, you know, cities where there's not a hustle culture, or just in general with a lot of businesses and corporate things going on. Basically, the Macy's and JCPenney's, the large chain stores, those are what's keeping the malls afloat. But mind you, at some point, these companies are going to sell these malls and they're going to give the option, they're going to pay Macy's out to leave. So that's why they're going to downsize and just pretty much operate stores outside of malls. Anyway, the company is closing 150 underperforming stores, 50 by the end of 2024 and 100. But see, there's no telling. They could always change. For example, Macy's has been on the under since 2005. That's how long they've been closing stores. They've been slowly closing stores since 2005. And that's almost 20 years ago, right? Second, the company will focus on its successful Bloomingdale's and Bluemercury brands. Who the hell's buying this stuff? It can't be just doctors and lawyers, because doctors and lawyers don't even spend money like that half of the time. Luxury stores that have outperformed the Macy's brand in general. Wow. So if Macy's is the cheaper brand, why would it be underperformed by its more expensive brands? But it will open more smaller versions of these stores over the next several years. And if you look at it, most Macy's stores are huge. Some of them are even 3 floors in the malls. So I'm pretty sure all of them are going to be like 1 floor now. But as the middle class has shrunk in recent decades, the retail market has split. Lower end stores focused on cost savings, such as Walmart, have done particularly well. But so have luxury brands, as shoppers with means have been able to keep up their spending despite higher prices. Yeah, the scammers. So Macy's is chasing wealthier shoppers with luxury brands such as Bloomingdale's and Bluemercury. I never even heard of Bluemercury. And it's pulling back on some of its full-scale department stores that cater primarily to more middle-class customers. Macy's will also build 30 smaller stores over the next 2 years away from malls, reflecting a trend of consumers choosing smaller stores outside of inclusive shopping center malls. That's what I was saying. Most of these malls are closing. Smaller stores are also more profitable for Macy's because they have fewer workers and carry less merchandise. It's all about cutting back and saving money. Those big ass buildings cost a fortune to lease out, plus the electricity too. So you got to remember, all big organizations are looking for ways to cut back and save money. So that's why I said, who cares that they're closing stores? It's a large corporation. They don't care about people or their employees. It's just money, 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 money. They're not really making a lot of convenience for the everlasting middle class. The middle class is actually left. So the strategy is designed to fend off activists, investors, and boost the company's moribund stock price and sales. Macy's and the entire department store sector have been hit on all sides in recent years. Department stores have been pressured by the rise of Amazon, of course, the growing strength of discount chains such as TJ Maxx and online brands. Macy's stock price has dropped 75%, from a peak of $73 a share in 2015. Since then, it has closed nearly 300 stores, almost 1/3 of its locations, but still operates about 700 across its brands. I mean, that's still a good number, but damn. $73 a share, and they closed nearly 300 stores already. That's a lot, but at least they still have almost 1,000 left. Anyway, this was Macy's back in the day right here on the corner. But last month, they announced that it was laying off about 3.5 of its workforce, or roughly 2,300 employees. Wow, that's a lot. A lot of people out of jobs. But then, like I said, these aren't jobs that people could survive off of. And the company has struggled to attract the attention of activists and investors. Macy's rejected unsolicited $6 billion bid. That's a lot of money. The activist group is taking another shot at Macy's, launching a proxy fight to take control of the board. Wow. Anyway, that's enough of that. That's depressing. Wow. I'm amazed. Well, you know what happens. It sounds like a slow liquidation. What happened to just Bed Bath & Beyond closed all the stores? Don't be surprised if Macy's done this. But for the last 15 years, people have been opening these Macy's accounts. I still have my Macy's account, but I haven't used it in so long, I don't even think it's active anymore. The interest rates are too high. That's why I stopped using it. I've always paid it back, but not even that could save it. Their one-day deals can't even save this. But this flagship department store was seen, wow, this is from 1955, when we thought everything was good, but even they had problems back then financially too. And keep in mind, most people back then got paid less than $1 an hour. My. Anyway, this is Kylie Vale. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you on Instagram. Peace.